Welcome back to Worst Take, and today, guys, a lot of stuff has changed over the NBA offseason. Some stuff will continue to change, but mostly all the big moves have been made. Teams have changed, and the lines have changed for how many wins and losses next year teams are expected to get. Will these NBA teams exceed or underachieve their expectations next year? I'm going to give you guys the win totals they're expected for. I want to see what you guys think.
I like it.
We're going to do the Eastern Conference today, and we'll do the Western Conference in a different video.
Eastern Conference.
Spoken like a true Phoenix Buns fan.
Bro, you literally have teams in both conferences. Pick a side.
You got to pick a team, bro. You get one.
We're done with this Miami and
I have
Houston,
my
bro. You got to
teams.
pick one.
You got to pick one.
Team.
The beauty about my life and my fandom is I can be a fan of whoever the hell I want to.
I guess that's what happens when you don't grow up near a big city like you grow up in Modesto.
Modesto just roots for everybody.
I am from the Bay Area and not Modesto.
It's weird that you don't really root for any of the teams in that area, but yeah.
Modesto's Bay Area. You good. You got
No,
that
it's
covered.
not. No, it's definitely not.
It's close
No,
enough.
It's not.
Anyways, let's start off with the champions, the Boston Celtics. Right now, they are predicted with the highest win total, 57.5 wins.
64 wins last year. Like, we make jokes about it, but it really is the Eastern Conference. There really is no major competition other than the top three seeds, so I think they stay over.
I disagree. I think the Eastern Conference has gotten significantly better, and I think you have at least 5 teams that can give them some trouble, and because of that, I'm going to say below.
I think the East has gotten better. The Knicks have gotten better. There's a lot of teams that got better over the course of the season last year. There's always a championship hangover. I think they'll be fine. They'll probably be the 1 seed again. I'm going to say under. I thought you would have gone under. Zach, you're such a Tatum hater. I thought you would have just auto gone under.
We did it.
I mean, I don't know if they win 64 games again. That's going to be tough to replicate, but I think I put them somewhere around 59, 60.
What they gonna say
We
now?
did it. What they gonna say now?
What they gonna say
gonna
now?
What they gonna say now?
Well, everybody was wondering what we would do if we didn't win.
I guess we'll never know.
The New York Knicks, 53.5.
This is a team I like over 50 games they won last year. They had one of my favorite players ever, Mikal Bridges. He's a difference maker for at least 4 games.
You couldn't have said it better. I completely agree.
Yeah, I think the Nova Knicks will be clicking. Yeah, I think over, not easily, but you know, I definitely think they could be over. They could even be the 1 seed. I'm throwing it out there before the season. They could end up as a 1 seed.
I don't know. We'll see what Julius Randle looks like when he gets back. He'll still look homeless, but maybe he'll still be good at basketball.
Okay, bro. Just don't put him in the 3-point
Probably
contest
looks-
again.
Yeah, be looking like Spice Adams from the 3-point line.
Jeez. Let's go from the good teams to the bad Atlantic teams. The Toronto Raptors, 29.5 wins.
Well, that's gracious considering they won 25 games last year. They didn't add anybody. I'm going to take the under.
I'm going to take the over simply because the Nets are horrible.
What's that got to do with them?
4 more wins they can get.
I mean, do you expect Scotty Barnes to elevate the team that much and get that much better next year? I don't know. I think they might be sellers again. I don't know how much more they have to sell, really, but I'm going to take the under as well. I don't know how that's possible with such a low win amount, but I'm going to take the under.
Oh, it's possible. It is very possible.
You see the Pistons last year?
Oh, it sure is. I can't wait till we get to Detroit. And if it's anything higher than 10, they're lying.
Let's go back to a good Atlantic team. The Philadelphia 76ers, 52.5 wins.
Below.
That was fast.
You've paired another injury-prone star, and so they're going to have talent when they play together, but I don't think it'll be as often as we would want it to be.
I mean, Joel and Paul George are both very injury-riddled guys. Tyrese is going to play as well as he wants to. But when they play, it's going to take a year to click. I don't know if they get better than the 47 that they had. I'm also going to take the under.
I'm going to take the over. I'm a believer in, if he can stay relatively healthy, Joel Embiid in the regular season to be a guy that can easily give you 53, 54 wins, maybe even more. And I think the times that he's going to miss, as long as Paul George and Joel Embiid don't miss significant amount of time at the same time, which I guess is asking a lot of them considering, is asking a lot of them.
Very likely.
Yeah, it's probably. But if they don't, I think they can easily get over that mark. But I don't know if you've seen both of them in the playoffs, but I have no belief in them in the playoffs. But we're talking just regular season for now. So I'm going to say over the win mark, first round exit. Let's go to the Brooklyn Nets, the lowest prediction in the league. They are the lowest over and under at 19.5.
Lower.
Lower than that.
Oh,
Lower than that.
Lower.
I mean, they're rebuilding right now. They lost their star. Cam Thomas is great, but it's hard to carry Brooklyn when you have nobody else. I might take the under on this one.
If they hadn't got their pick back, I would have have said over because I think they would have tried. But since they got their pick back in that trade, I'm going to say under as well. I think they're going to go full tank mode from the start of the season.
I don't know why we gave them their pick, but whatever.
They swindled you. They got
Wait,
their
they
pick
have a
back.
lower over/under than the Pistons?
Yes, we can go to Pistons right now because we'll go over to the Central. We finished the Atlantic. Pistons aren't even bottom 3. Maybe it's because they got rid of Monty Williams, who didn't even seem like he wanted to be there. 24.5.
I'm confused on who did they add to jump up 10 wins for next year.
Cade Cunningham back from injury, maybe.
It's hard when you got Isaiah Stewart trying to fight LeBron James every play. I think you got Quentin Grimes. Whoop-de-doo. I'm going to take the under.
I will be taking the under as well. The Pistons might have an extra S this season. I'm gonna leave it at that.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Look at the word Pistons and add an extra S.
Like PISS.
Yes.
Oh,
Like Pistons. Okay,
Pistons,
that's what I
okay.
thought. And then I was like, wait, Pistons too? I was like, wait, I thought it meant like Pistons.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was just wondering where the S went. I'll edit it onto the logo. I'll put
Okay.
Pistons. I'll make the basketball yellow.
Okay. Oh man.
New logo unlocked, Detroit. I'm gonna say the under as well. Although for Cade Cunningham's sake, I hope it's over. I can't put my faith in that. Cleveland Cavaliers 47 and a half.
Basically asking him to repeat what they did last year. We joke about the Eastern Conference. Everybody is getting a little bit better. That's going to take a couple games away. They're going to beat the teams that they should beat. I'm going to take the under on that one.
The question is like, does Mitchell get moved?
I think it's too late at this point.
It could be, but
You at least start the
It
start
ain't
the
too
season
late.
with them, and
It's
then
too late.
I mean, if you start the season with them and then you go 5-15 in your first 20, he's gone.
what if they're okay, but they're not really going in a positive direction? They could be on pace for this win total, and then they trade him at the deadline, and then they go off a cliff, right? So just for the fact that Mitchell still could get moved, I'm going to take the under. But if he stays the whole season, I could see them going over.
I will go under as well. I think he gets moved. I think he just wanted
He's
his
not
money
going
first.
to Miami, bro. He's not going to Miami.
Here, I got an over-under trade for you. Number of Donovan Mitchell trades next season, 0.5. Over-under.
Over.
I'm taking the
Over.
over. I think he gets moved, but
He's not going anywhere.
I got a new bet for you. Donovan Mitchell trades to Miami, 0.5 over-under. I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under.
Over.
Under.
He'll get traded, but
Over.
not to Miami.
Well, I mean, if Miami doesn't want Jimmy anymore, I don't see why Jimmy could go to Cleveland.
That's what the chatter is that we're gonna get.
That would not be a bad fit. That'd be a lockdown defense.
Let's go Milwaukee Bucks, 51.5.
They had some growing pains, 49 wins, and they wasn't great to start. Everybody was freaking out about Dame. Had a season under their belt, off season. I think they'd click a little bit more. Give me the over.
I agree. I think that tandem of Dame and Giannis is gonna work a lot more. They're gonna have a whole off season. So over.
Pretty much like everything that could go wrong did go wrong for them. I mean, both of their stars at some point last season were hurt. They fired their coach mid-season. Dame didn't perform like we know he can. I think he can get back to that level. And they did all that. They still ended up with that amount of wins. What was it, 49? To say that
49.
Yeah.
to say that if things go even slightly better, they can win just 3 more games. I think they can do that. I'll take the over.
I'm just waiting for him to get Chris Middleton some braces, dog. You make
my
you make 30 mil a year, bro. Fix your teeth. Like, come on.
Leave
come
that
on.
man alone, dog.
Bro, like if I saw him in public, I think he looks like he would like bite me, you know? Like he looks like he bites people.
with you?
That's crazy.
And I actually like Chris Middleton. I think he's actually
Do
pretty
you?
good.
I think you.
I do.
I don't think he likes you if he ever heard that.
Yeah, facts.
He knows.
He knows. Obviously not. He hasn't gotten them. Let's go to the one of the 2 teams that made the Eastern Conference Finals this year. The Indiana Pacers, 46.5.
Below.
If there's one thing that I hate more than anything, it's agreeing with Cameron. It really is. Golly. But I think he makes a point. Pacers was a Cinderella run, regular season and playoffs. I think that in-season tournament helped motivate them, so I'm going to take the under this year.
I don't know. I feel like they are kind of the one of those teams that does really well in the regular season because they just beat the teams they're supposed to, and then against the better teams, they do struggle. I think a full season of Siakam there, I'm going to take the over. I don't think they're like a contender or anything like that for an actual championship, but I'll take the over on regular season wins. They're just one of those teams that's like always like mid, and then you get to the playoffs and you know they're not going to win. But
It might just be biased because watching these Team USA videos with Tyrese killing everybody's aura. This makes me not
What
like the
is
Pacers.
that?
He's walking in like the JV kid that got pulled up to playoffs with the varsity team.
Let's go. This is a bottom 5 team in over under expected wins. The Chicago Bulls.
Under.
Oh yeah, I
What's
didn't
their-
Or
say.
you didn't give the
Yeah.
give the thing.
Chicago Bulls.
he just
He just said under.
he just said
I don't even need to hear it. Under.
he didn't even know the line.
What do you think the line is, Cam?
I'm gonna say it's like 34 and a half.
Way lower, 27 and a half.
Wow, they won 39 games last year.
It looks like they're finally breaking it apart.
Levine will probably be gone. That's actually a pretty spot on line. I probably would say 27. So I'll take the under on like a game, but I could see it like 27 or 28, kind of like teeter that line.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be high 20s, barely crack the 30s. I will say they do over for this one because I think they're gonna be sitting around 29, 30 wins.
I don't know, man. I think honestly they got no value back because they just waited to trade him at the last second instead of trading DeRozan and Caruso at the height of their value. They got nothing back, and then Levine's gonna go. They have no leverage. This is my bold take. I honestly think I'm gonna take the under. I think they could be the worst team in the NBA next season, straight up, even worse than Brooklyn. So we'll see, but I think it could happen.
Orlando Magic.
Let's go to that. Orlando Magic, 47 and a half wins.
I'm gonna say over.
I like that. I like the progression of Paulo. I like the progression of Franz, but more than anything, I love the theme song because it will be stuck in my head all day. Just Orlando Magic. I hope I hear it more and more and more. I want to hear it 82 times. I wish they go undefeated so I can hear it every game, but I will take the over. Actually, I lied. I want to hear it 80 times, and I hope they lose both their games to the Suns.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like the other teams in the East got significantly better, like New York, Philly, and Milwaukee. I'm gonna say like they're the same level of team, but there are less wins to go around. So I'm gonna take the under. I think they'll just be a few games under, but maybe more like 43. Let's go to the other Florida team, the Miami Heat.
Under.
What do you think? What do you think the line is? What do you think the line is?
Like 42 and a half.
3.5 games.
Okay. Both of you are under
I'm
the
gonna
mark.
jump through this screen.
It's 44 and a half.
God, under.
Over.
Oh my God.
Over.
Oh.
I'm
Over.
taking the under. There's
Oh.
no certainty that Jimmy Butler is even going to be there the whole season. It doesn't seem like he wants to be there. There's too much going on internally for me to say confidently that they'll be over. And
With
that's the only
Jimmy
reason we
Butler
say
there,
it.
I'm taking the under.
A whole season of scary Terry. Jaime Jaquez is looking like he's gonna be the real deal next season. He's
make a
gonna get a lot better.
You make a trade with the Commanders or something? How'd you get Scary Terry?
He thinks Terry Rozier is Scary Terry.
Oh, okay.
He is.
Stolen valor, stolen nickname.
Stolen valor for real.
Whatever.
Terry Rozier ain't scaring nobody. What is he, like 6'1"?
Under.
Over.
Under for sure.
Over.
For sure under.
Under.
Let's go to the team that just had the number 1 overall pick, the Atlanta Hawks.
Under.
He didn't even let me get the thing out. 34 and a half wins.
Under.
Yeah, I would take the under as well.
Do you think Trae Young gets moved?
Possibly. It's very possible.
At this point, they should. I mean, they already shipped off DeJounte for nothing in return. I don't see why Trae Young would want to stay.
I think if Trae stays, I would take the over just slightly. But I do think there's a strong possibility that he gets traded. So I'll say the under as well.
DeJounte Murray hit like 3 game winners last year, and not only do you not have him, you took away those game winners. So
Well,
I'm
those
gonna take the
two
under.
were never going to work together. They shouldn't have made that trade in the first place. Those two.
Why
were
not?
They're
Not.
too similar of guards to like work together in a winning capacity.
DeJounte cannot shoot.
Yeah, but they're two ball dominant guards.
All
Like,
dominant is
yeah.
what he's saying.
Trae Young needs to be paired with a pick and roll like big man. Let's go. The Washington Wizards, 22 and a half wins.
Yeah, under.
Over.
Under. Jordan Poole's still there. I don't know why you think you're going to win games. Under.
They added a lot of talent. They got Jonas, they got Alex Sarr, who is probably not going to be a non-factor, but it's something. I think with their additions, they'll be a little bit better.
They lost a point guard in Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones is.
So who's running that offense?
I like that pickup. I think that's a really good pickup.
Oh, but you wanted to stay quiet when Cam was giving me all this trash in the group chat.
I was
'Cause none of
working.
it
You don't
wanna
is
speak up?
true.
I was working.
Everything I said was completely true.
Tyus
Yeah, I
Jones
mean,
is a
it is
fantastic
true. You
pickup.
guys-
And
It's a great pickup, but you guys need defense still.
he can guard.
Yeah, okay.
He can guard.
You need a big man.
He came from Coach K, right? You know how to play defense.
What really takes the Wizards under the under mark is Kuzma's fashion sense. Kuzma's fashion sense loses them at least 5 more games than they should, just because he walks in the locker room and completely throws off the vibe. All of the other guys are like, "This is our best player." So at least 5 more losses because of him. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna take the under.
You didn't like that when he had the blonde hair with the red kiss? You didn't like that?
No. I didn't like the oversized pink sweatshirt either.
Yeah,
Shoes
that was horrible. You looking like old girl from Kids Next Door.
Isn't that crazy that at one point in time, that was your brightest prospect?
Even when it was happening, I was like, this is ridiculous. I remember when Laker fans were like, who's better? Who's the real best player? Jason Tatum or Kyle Kuzma? Who has the most potential? Jason Tatum, Kyle Kuzma?
I don't know if we ever aired the list, my hate list.
Oh, I don't think so.
Kyle Kuzma is on that list. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hate Kyle Kuzma.
So is Jason Tatum. So is Anthony Edwards. Anybody
I
who's
don't
talked
hate Ant. I just think he's overrated.
Anybody who's talked shit to
He's
Devin Booker
overrated
at all.
because he's overrated because he dropped off the whack ass Suns last year.
I don't
That's why
think he's a
overrated.
bad player. I think Ant is great. I think people are just treating him like he treats himself that way too. That's another part of it. He thinks he's really the number 1 option on Team USA.
He's not, but he's the number 1 shooting guard on Team USA.
He's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, is he?
Who single-handedly waxed y'all?
Nikhil Alexander Walker,
Uh-huh.
Rudy, Cat and Rudy.
Yeah, you don't even believe that. Come on now. You couldn't even get that out with a straight face. Okay, last one. The Charlotte Hornets 29.5.
I'm not scared at all. This has nothing to do with fear of Miles Bridges shooting me or anything. I'm gonna take the over because I believe in you.
Yeah, superstar Miles Bridges. I believe in you.
Yeah, we're friends, right, Miles? Don't hurt me.
I will also take the over. Miles Bridges got paid, so now maybe he'll just focus on the court and not being a menace to society.
27 days,
And, you know,
27 nights.
Well, as you two seem to be afraid, I'm not afraid. I'm gonna take the under because who knows? LaMelo Ball might get injured again. You never know with him. He might run over another kid's foot on the way out of the arena. So I can never expect him to stay on the court. So I'm gonna take the under.
Wow.
Over under LaMelo Ball kids' feet ran over 1.5 and a half.
over.
1.5, a guaranteed 1. A 1 and a possible 2.
It just depends on if the kid is close enough to where he only has 1 foot or if it's both feet under the tire.
Under. I'm gonna take the under.
I'm
I'm
taking
gonna
the
take
over.
the over. I'm taking the over.
It could be 2 different incidents. It could be as high as 4, honestly. I think the line's selling him short. So
Why stop with feet? Just go straight for bodies.
someone's in the damn intersection. She didn't even check.
Just
Just hit him.
Melo's just gonna be in the car, just gonna be like,
I didn't know they put a speed bump there. That's the first time I felt that.
you're like, whoa, what the hell? There's some little kid with a sign. It's just, hello.
Oh my god.
Sign my cast from the time you ran me over last time. Well, we ended off on a high note there, guys. That was good.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Just wait till we get to the Western Conference.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
excited
get
for that.
we'll get over the Western Conference. We all got teams in the West. We're gonna do the Western Conference next time. We're not gonna be able to record for like 2 weeks though because Zach is actually coming back to Phoenix for a little bit. We're just gonna wait till he ends up back in Nowheresville, Texas, to where he can record again, which will be in a couple weeks. But you probably won't be seeing this for a couple weeks after we record this. It's July the 28th as we're recording this. So who knows? Things might have changed in the NBA by the time we get this uploaded. Who knows? Like Levine might have already been traded.
Bridges could have been arrested again.
That one's pretty likely, I would say. Hopefully we can get to those Western Conference predictions pretty soon. Either way, we'll see you next time. Western Conference that neither of our teams are going to win next year, Zach. So
Speak for
is-
yourself, buddy.
definitely not yours.
Mine
For yourself.
is-
Yours. You might want to worry about making the playoffs first. You might want to worry about making the playoffs first, Cam. You remember at the start of the season last year when you were like, you think the Rockets aren't going to make the playoffs? Are you stupid?
We had a fringe playoff record, and I'm
Fringe.
proud of that.
Nah, you were 5 games off. It wasn't very fringe.
And then San Antonio is probably going to be better than you next year anyway. So anyways, we'll see you later. Subscribe if you want to see the Western Conference video or if you want to check out any of our other videos that we do. See you later.
I am from Modesto, and not in the Bay Area.